Alright, here are my thoughts on Bethany Storro, the woman who threw acid in her face in order to become famous, and on the idea of becoming famous in and of itself. The way I see it is, you're either going to be famous or you're not. There's nothing wrong with trying to get attention for yourself. That is why myself and many other people upload footage to YouTube. They want attention. But, you know, either people are going to like what you're doing or they're not going to like what you're doing. An old friend of mine actually has been picking on me over and over and over again about the content of the Peddling Princess Podium, my show, thinking, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that if you want to be famous. And although it would be nice to become famous, ultimately, I'm not really looking to become famous per se. I'm just doing the podium for fun. Now, if people like it and I become famous, great. That's icing on the cake. I wouldn't mind that, actually. Because that means more people are seeing my content. But I'm trying to use the Peddling Princess Podium to help people, use it constructively. Because as it evolved, it became kind of a personal news program. So what I'm doing with it now is I'm helping people that I know who don't have access to a computer or YouTube, or who simply don't have the time, for that matter, to promote themselves as they're too busy, to help people promote and get their message out there. That's why I did the coverage on things Velo Cape Breton is doing. I'm helping promote Velo Cape Breton. And this week's episode of The Podium is actually a follow-up to the Seniors Complex segment, because one of the women I interviewed there, Madeline Bishop, she is in desperate need of help, and I'm hoping that maybe if I put her story out on the podium, it might help her find someone that can help her. So basically, that is a constructive way to get attention. Because, you know, like, this gives me an opportunity to show people what I can do as a video and audio editor, sure, but also hopefully can help other people get their message out there as well, so we kind of help each other. But when you throw acid in your own face, besides disfiguring yourself, it really does nothing to help anyone. You're just famous for the sake of being famous, and that is probably the thing that really irritates me the most, is people who just want to be famous just for the sake of being famous. The way I see it is, just get your ideas out there in whatever way you want to. Put your videos out on YouTube, write a blog, publish a book, write some poetry. Whatever you decide to do. If you become famous for it, great. If you don't, then there's nothing wrong with that. When you come right down to it, all life is really about self-expression. And as long as you're getting your message out there the way you want it out there, then you've already succeeded, whether you become famous or not.